What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning on the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Isis. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Loki. His name is SunTzu. The map is Mediterranean. And it's currently 1-1 in this best of 3 series between these two players for the Champions League. What a time to be alive. Mediterranean is the map. And we've already seen a fairly good game here from Kimo with his Ra. Shaking things up, going with the Isis here. I haven't seen a lot of Isis, or we haven't actually seen in general a lot of Isis in this tournament. I think a lot of people are considering her a little bit weak here, but Kimo feels comfortable playing the Isis on Mediterranean. It's a bit of a funny God pick here. We've seen a lot of Mediterranean with a lot of Atlantean, a lot of Zeus, and these players just sticking with their guns here. SunTzu loves his Loki, picking Loki on Mediterranean here. It's a very interesting pick, and I'm not sure that Loki has any really significant advantage over the other Norse gods on water. He can go for Heimdall and try and squeeze out, what's it called, the Heimdall upgrade. This one, Arctic Winds, which does speed up his boats and give them extra HP, but it's so expensive and generally speaking won't come out in time for it to do too much. So we'll see see what happens here. We are seeing 5 villages wood here for Kimo. This is a bit of a later advance. Normally 4 villages on wood is what I've been seeing with Isis. Or with the Egyptian in general, but Kimo going for 5, so he's going to get out an extra couple of fishing ships, and that's what's going to happen. And we do see moving over onto the gold mine. We probably see 4 onto this one, maybe 5 to get up the temple and some more docks. The fish situation on Mediterranean is generally you get 9 mahi-mahi and you get 2 perch each, or maybe like 3 perch each. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's 3. Sorry, when I say 3, lots of 2, so 6 perch each. Let me see if that's even accurate. 6. Okay, there's 12. 13? There's 13 perch. How is there 13 perch? They spawn in 2s. I'm going crazy here, right? What? Alright. Whatever. No problems. Okay, so only 2 villages on gold here. This is a bizarre build. He's not going to have... Oh, he's only built 1 dock. This is interesting. I think Kimo's throwing all of his villages onto the temple as well. So he's trying to get up fast and have a lot of fishing ships. I actually really dig this build order from Kimo. With the 5 villages on wood and the villagers over here eating the boars, he's going to be able to advance quite fast. If we check out his economy here, he's going to have 1 more villager and should be able to advance like straight away after that. The boar will die. Probably would have been better to move the pig over here just because of how long it takes to kill the boar. But he is going to be dumping these fishing ship in, trying to advance. We do see 4 SETI on the way as well, so going to be a 3:45, a 4:45 advance time for Kimo. And moving over onto the wood, sending some villagers onto the gold versus a 4:30 4 SETI. One thing that the Norse does have over the Egyptians is the extra bonus damage on those ships. However, Anubis will be a big problem to deal with because he has slow ships. Those Norse ships are quite slow. The snake's going to get path block and do extra damage. We see another dock coming up as well for Kimo, going for 3 docks here off of the 4:45. No prosperity here. Oh, and an unfortunate situation for the villager here for Kimo. He needs to sort that one out, but it's not showing up as idle because he's just sitting there trying to dump the gold in. There's the pickaxe comes through, 4 SETI comes through for SunTzu. Going to be pumping out those longboats now. Kimo's going to have to play a little bit defensive, but he'll be totally fine. There's the prosperity. Still hasn't fixed up that village, so it's effectively a 5 villager prosperity. And we do see what looks like only 8 fishing ships for Kimo. 2 longboats coming in now for for SunTzu as the third longboat, or 3 longboats coming out for Kimo. Gonna have to retreat these fishing ship back. He does have a fishing spot over here which he didn't go for, and now the longboat's getting pushed back. A third longboat coming in for SunTzu as Kimo trying to defend against this one with some idle fishing ships in this dock. Gonna turn around and take this fight at this point. Both ships going at it, but it's looking like Kimo going to have the numbers here at 5 versus 4. We've also got a troll coming in, Kimo with the Anubite. Going to be able to do a lot of damage here, but there are Herso in the base. So he just needs to get Herso on both of his resource lines here. We see now Kimo going after some fishing ship, and a nice micro from Kimo to pull this one back. SunTzu with a good focus fire micro there to stop that one. Nice micro yet again from Kimo. Lots of spread damage onto the Kimo ships at this point, and Kimo now sitting onto the wood line of SunTzu here. Is SunTzu going to be retreating away? The Herso moving over here to fight this one. And SunTzu should try and get us around on this, and Kimo should be trying to fight while this is going on, because he can get a lot of advantages here. And SunTzu retreating here. The Anubite will be leaving this as the Herso comes over here. Hamal Axe Admirer getting to push this Anubite out, and Kimo still has Plague of Serpents. I'm surprised to see that he hasn't just pushed forward and just used it underneath this dock here, because you can get so much value, because one, it tanks the dock fire, and 2, means that the longboats have to sort of fight underneath the Plague of Serpents here. Now Kimo's still waiting to push in, waiting to use that Plague of Serpents. The Anubite going to be running all the way back to the home base here to heal up from this priest. There are shingles of steel here. These longboats are still moving back and forth. Sniping a fishing ship, actually kind of a big deal. There are only 6 fishing ship here for SunTzu. Nice micro from Kimo yet again, pulling back those low HP boats, and unfortunately SunTzu not able to kill that boat off, so that's 4 HP yet. Moving in yet again, going to snipe another fishing ship before retreating. Still not utilizing that Plague of Serpents just yet. Kimo trying to pull SunTzu out of here, but it's not happening. But the population is now 70 for Kimo to 64 of SunTzu, and Kimo able to push SunTzu back yet again, as he is now sitting underneath these dock fire, and he has got 14 cabinets here to 10 longboats of SunTzu. So nice play here from Kimo, and SunTzu is under the pump, still trying to just retreat back, sit underneath these docks, do what he can. And now these longboats are sitting in this location. The Anubite gets back to full HP from that priest healing there, and Kimo is still moving back and forth, but I just don't see it. Why not utilize the... Oh, he still hasn't fixed this labor. That's got to feel bad there. And he's still going in onto it. The Anubite's just running straight past the Herso, and all of these longboats going to start getting picked off here. It's actually relatively close here, 10 to 12, but there's so many low HP longboats here. If Kimo can just snipe them, and now the Anubite dragging these infantry units out of the base of SunTzu. Still no second town center here for Kimo, but he should be relatively close to it, or going to the next age. No, very low on resources here. And Kimo just taking this opportunity to chill out for a little bit. He's probably doing something else, kind of move in, try and pick off another fishing ship. He does manage to snipe it, so now there's only 4 fishing ship left for SunTzu. This is really nice play. Nice garrison there by SunTzu. 15 longboat to 18 cabinets though. We get into that point where losing the water is not the biggest deal here, but Kimo's just getting so much more food from the water at this point. Well, running in with the cabinets, needs to fight. If he's just going to run in like that, he loses almost 3 cabinets for that. And SunTzu is now kind of pumped these out quite nicely, and it's 20 cabinets to 20 longboats here. So the archer ship numbers are very, very close. Now we do see Kimo turning around, going to be trying to take this fight yet again. There's Plague of Serpents coming down onto the back of these longboats, going to be able to target down a lot of them, tank a lot of the damage. And now Kimo is forcing SunTzu back yet again, and he's picking off all of these low HP ships. It is currently 84 population to 82 population though, so it's very similar in terms of the population. Kimo able to pick off a lot of these longboats as SunTzu's turning around and fighting it right now. Can't see the serpents, how many are left, but Looking like Kimo not able to get the advantage here, as SunTzu is playing this very nicely. Nice micro here from SunTzu, able to force Kimo in. Now Kimo's going to have to retreat back. We do see a second talent center. Looks like it's on the way for Kimo, but SunTzu is going to be wanting to hit the next age. He may go through Njord in this game. I haven't seen him go through Njord before, but it could help out quite a bit to get the Kraken out, plus walking woods onto a town center, and the Mountain Giant could really set Kimo back. Now Kimo moving forward. He hasn't set the Pharaoh onto this location yet. The fact that gold villager at the 10-minute mark was fixed. And there we go, the Pharaoh going to be waving his arm over this town center, getting it put up very, very fast. The Anubite making his way back into the base of SunTzu, going to be hitting these villagers yet again, which is a lot of low HP ones. Let's jump in, start bashing away at them as they immediately retreat away. And we go on after the Ox Carts, very, very low. The villagers do see that one. Now Kimo sitting here with 22 fishing ships. There's the town center up for Kimo as well, as he's going to start pumping villagers over onto herdables. And moving forward onto this gold mine over here for SunTzu. That's a risky one. Should throw up a wall over here and be safe. But also moving on to this gold mine as well. The Herso able to start chasing down the Anubite now. He's got Hall of Thanes. And SunTzu engaging Kimo here. This is probably not the best idea, but it's looking like it may be working for him as he sees the second town center up. But I think there is just not that many longboats here compared to Kebnitz. And even with the extra 1 damage per second, that's going to be huge for Kimo to just defend this and push SunTzu back right now, as it's 10 to 18 Kebnitz. If we check out the population, it's 97 now for Kimo to 79 of SunTzu. So having a complete advantage on the water now. But as I've said, 11:50, 12-minute mark, totally fine to just give water up now if you are SunTzu and play for something different here, like a flaming weapons timing attack onto the gold mine. Walling off this top side would be huge, and just go all in on this would be an option here, but SunTzu not going for it. He's still got a lot of villagers on wood here when he's got all of this hunt over here. He could be eating to advance to the next stage, but he is kind of defending this relatively well. Seven longboats left for SunTzu, but still Kimo with severely outnumbering SunTzu's archer ships here, and he has managed to clean them all up. So nice play here for Kimo to take the water. And do we see sort of a next age here for either player? We see copper shields per scene coming through. Kimo with 100 food only, trying to pump those villagers out as best as he can. We've got some Herso moving forward into this location, throwing up these walls. We see some axemen getting produced. The Herso are a kelp mocker running in, going to see the town center before retreating away. We do see some Herso over here. But if he just throws up walls here, that would be key. 1, it blocks off the town center, and 2, it blocks off any other gold mines. And the Herso are out for SunTzu at this point. And Longboat's now looking for a raid over here as the Kevin that's chilling over in the corner. You need to be able to snipe a fishing ship or 2 here, actually, as the fishing ship are quite far away from a dock. So nice play there. The Cabinet's running straight through this location here. They're in a lot of trouble, and he is going to be opting to retreat away from this as SunTzu is chasing him down. So nice play so far by SunTzu. He's able to really bring this back here, as it looked like he was completely dead to the Kimo Navy here. Now Kimo chilling underneath the town center here. Villagers moving over here. There are Herso, which are probably slightly out of line of sight here, but the town center will be going up. And Kimo actually over here picking off some Herso, some stray Herso. This gold mine almost going to be expired. Needs to move forward and fix these walls up. The axemen getting brought over here onto the longboats, but the cabinets are already over here in order to pick them off. SunTzu's got to be careful about this one here. Now the Herso going after these villagers over here. Kimo should be fine so long as he retreats the villagers and there's not a myth unit spawn, but does get an Einhjar here. This will shut this town center going up down. We see a second town center for SunTzu, still no attempted next age, and now Kimo's sort of surrounded SunTzu's navy here. He's going to be able to pick it off yet again, as he's got 5 or a little bit more on the navy size here, 13 to 7. So he will be able to push SunTzu back yet again. The villagers do run away from this town center for the time being. There is no heroes over here, but a priest does get built. Pharaoh coming as well in order to pick off that iron here. The villagers moving over onto this wood line. We do see the spy though onto a wood line, a little bit of an interesting one. That's probably just because he's forgotten about it. Axeman now chilling on this town center, going to be preventing that one from going up. Still no advancing, but Kimo very close, but so is SunTzu. Both players looking to go to the next age at the same time, and it's ancestors against oh god, nice raid here, getting another iron here, but it's ancestors against flaming weapons. So big advantage for SunTzu in this game. Herser gets getting more villager kills as well, as the villagers moving over here to get this town center up. The priest does get picked off. Pharaoh going to have to move over here to pick off the iron here. We do see ancestors coming through, or Nephthys coming through, and Bragi coming through at the same time. Kimo does manage to win the water yet again, but there are no town centers in water distance here, so it's not the most important thing in the world to get that the town center that get the water win, because like I said, town center's not in the range, can't get ballister ships, oxy dragon ships, or war barges. You see the Axeman over here ready to stop these throwing Axemen from getting the town center up. Nice preemptive play there with these Axemen to stop that one, because he knows that infantry have to get sent here to get it up, and he's just going to stop it. There's the heroic age from SunTzu. There's the heroic age for Kimo. This one's going to be tough for Kimo. He is moving forward onto this gold mine. This is the only gold mine that he's got. But Kimo moving forward, going to try and take this town center for himself. This is a very, very ballsy play. He's throwing up some barracks here. Temple and 2 barracks, going to attempt to force a flaming weapons over here. Scorpion Man coming in. The battle ball will spot this forward build from here, from Kimo. Gold mine just about to be expired here. No market up just yet. Well, there it is, going up in this corner, going for a short trade route here. I've heard that going for short trade routes against Norse is not actually a bad idea, because it means that he's not going to be able to cut it off, and the distance is probably about 20 to 30 gold difference if you go from this corner in, but it's a safe trade route, and the extra gold's not going to matter if you can't utilize it. Villagers moving forward, going to be preventing the town center from getting up, making a priest here. Doesn't have funeral rites, has hand of the pharaoh coming through. He should be building that in this temple though. Looks like he's not done that though. And there's flaming weapons coming through in this location, which is exactly what Kimo wants. And he's going to be casting Ancestors down to fight this one back. Some Herso coming in here. The Axemen need to stop targeting down Battle Boar and instead go after the infantry there. The Battle Boar will get picked off. Migdol's Stronghold going to be going down for Kimo as well, as he's securing this location very nicely. Hakol coming in. The Pharaoh of Kimo coming in to stop this one, but SunTzu is winning this fight miserly handedly as these units are in here, but he's run out of units. There is still a Herso, nice Frost Giant spawn here, and the minions trying to go after these here as the priests pop out. They have funeral rites. They do not have anything else. They've got Hands of the Pharaoh, so they have a little bit more range. But he will be able to pick these myth units off nice and fast here. And we do see a side build here from SunTzu as this is all going on. He's onto this gold mine. Oh, Kimo's onto this gold mine, getting pushed off by a lone Skraeling with the flaming weapons sitting at 18 damage. Now the Herso on this town center getting picked off as Kimo is able to push in here. We don't see any effort to go to the Mythic Age here for SunTzu. So losing this town center seems to be a very big deal here. And that means this gold mine's here for Kimo as well. And SunTzu actually going to be struggling for gold. He's run out of gold on this location here. He's running out of gold over here as well. Only 2,000 left. Now this gold mine is being secured on this town center as well. And we do see Kimo going after this settlement with the villagers. Going to build it up for himself. Got a hill fort coming up for SunTzu now. And Kimo's going to be very happy about having this town center. It's over-economized right now because of the fish, but the extra 20 population is going to be huge. He's got 80 villagers out at this point, I think. And he's starting his trade route. So he's going to be already at 100 citizen count. And he has moved forward to pick off these units. There's one Hursa that managed to finish the hill fort, but a siege tower coming out already. So these units get pulled back. Battle ball popping up over here. Going to be going after this town center. He's got 5 battle ball here. We'll be able to take this town center down very fast. It has fortified town centers only. And Kimo not paying attention to this one. This could be the map cut in half that SunTzu would want, because then he can move forward with his dwarves to get this gold mine here. And Kimo now sending in his siege towers over here. We're trying to repair the town center, but it's not gonna happen. And we'll be able to pick off one of these battle ball eventually here from that town center. Now some Hursa coming in to clean up the villages, which will be retreating. Does pick off one of those battle ball back to 3 town centers to 2 town centers. And some of these villages will be falling in their retreat away from here. And now Osiris is on the way. We have Hell coming through for SunTzu, so both players attacking at about the same time here. Really nice play. Kimo's got a lot of population on the water here with Leviathan, plus the 6 cabinets. And now SunTzu can grab this town center for himself. His dwarves are over here as well. And the mummy that's going to be coming out is going to be absolutely key to be picking off all of the fire giants that are going to be coming out for SunTzu. He hits Hell first. Now Kimo marching forward here with his army. Osiris at 65%. You're building some priests here. They still don't have funeral rites, which is very, very unfortunate. And where's the Nidhogg? There's the Nidhogg here. There's no priest in this location for Kimo. But he is building some. You have some Hursa coming in to pick off the priest though. So they're pushing the battle ball back. Now we do see the priest going after the Nidhogg. It's going to be dying very fast. You can't be moving that Nidhogg in here. It's going to be running over the water. Unfortunately, Kimo's deleted his boats. Now we see a fire giant popping out of here. Look at all these priests that are out for Kimo. Does he have funeral rites yet? No. Just hates it. And on the Nidhogg on the raids here on this gold mine, probably a little bit of a blessing for Kimo. He hasn't quite started his economy. He's getting tax collectors though. That's a bit interesting. He might feel like he needs to trade something there. And these units all getting picked off, moving over onto this gold mine will be huge. As Kimo stopped his attack over here, he's getting his town center back. Playing nice and slowly. Can move up onto this location here. They'll also try and take down the mining camp. There's champion infantry coming in there or champion axemen coming in there for Kimo. We'll get a Fenris wolf brood. It's kind of unfortunate when you're not in tier and you get a Fenris wolf brood spawn because you just can't utilize it at all. It dies so very fast. Well, unfortunately, the mummy uses its special ability on that one instead of the fire giant, but there's enough priests here to pick this one off. Keep getting a lot of those upgrades here. Bronze mail, quarry, carpenters, flood control. Some Hursa moving over here, trying to pick off these villages that are eating this gold mine. The Nidhogg flying in. There's already some priests over here, but the priests get pulled away for some reason. Getting chased down by those Hursa. And the Hursa do get picked off very, very fast. Son of Osiris coming in now. Going to be trying to snipe the Nidhogg. Nope, just walk straight past it. No problem. Doesn't matter. Villagers get pulled off that gold mine there. And the axeman chasing these dwarves halfway across the map does have some ballast here, but you don't you don't want to build baluster if you don't have walls. So they're very weak. They've only got 85 HP, which is nothing when you think about what a siege weapon normally has. They do a lot of damage, and if you have those walls up, they don't die. It's very, very important. Now the axeman here to pick off these dwarves here, as Kimo is just getting maybe a little bit too far ahead with his map control, taking all of the gold on the map, and now he's able to start spamming mercenary onto this location. And the son of Osiris making his way in as well as the Nidhogg trying to chase the camel caravans. As Kimo's actually created a really nice trade route for himself from his corner down to his 4th town center. And SunTzu still trying as mightily as he can. Kimo chilling over here with half of his army. Move in and start picking some villages off potentially. Now Kimo moving in with his siege towers, ready to start taking down these hill forts. SunTzu's Nidhogg did just get killed, and SunTzu calls the GG. Well played by Kimo. That was a nice showing from SunTzu. I actually thought he played it fairly well. Didn't get a good flaming weapons though, and that's the big important thing for Loki players. You need to get a strong flaming weapons, and I feel like when he sent over his units here, how do you just walled this off here and over here, prevented this town center from getting grabbed. Then when Kimo went for this town center, he could have cut the map in half and grabbed all of this location. It was only 1 gold mine compared to 2 gold mines over here, but it's still very important to do so. That would be a 3 town center to 3 town center situation. He could have gone a different way, but he didn't do it, and that was the game. So GG, well played by Kimo, taking this one 2-1. If you enjoyed these games, please consider hitting the follow button on Twitch to see when I go live. And if you're on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button there for the videos to come out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next game.